I'm editing through everything and... Wait a minute, what the hell is that? Smaug?
Yes, Smaug. What is it?
It just went to 500 subs.
Are you kidding me? Well, what the hell, man? Let's get to 500. Let's do the 500 sub special then. Why not? Let's do it.
Oh, no, wait, it just went up to 600.
Wait, what? It just went to 600? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. I need to see this.
Hold on. What? Hold the what? Hold on, Smaug. What the hell's going on? I have no idea. It just went up now. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? 650? But we didn't even get the 500 sub special out. What the fuck, man? Dude, I have no idea what the hell is going on. What is causing this? I mean, this is awesome, but, like, what the fuck? We're at 650! I guess I know what you know what that means, right? You know what this means, dude, right? No. It means we're gonna have to combine specials. Fuck!
What's going on, everybody? Smaug the DM here, and, holy shit. Oh my god, I'm not expecting this. This is literally the first time, like, there's actual shock on my fucking face. I am actually very surprised on how many people have been subbing. Like, you know, normally it was just like a flat line, then it went up a little bit, and then it's gotten skyrocketed as soon as I reached 500. I went, what the fuck? So, to accommodate for the possible 600 sub special, I'm going to combine the two. Because, you know, how long I'm going to actually be editing this, it's probably going to be over 600 at this point. So, I do want to say before I get started with the subscriber special, as always, I do appreciate everybody who subs and, you know, some of the people that still actually really do watch my content and instead of, you know, just subbing for the one fucking vid. I still appreciate that. You guys still mean the world to me, and I always appreciate it. Whenever you give your support, it's always been amazing. So thank you guys for everything. You all been amazing up until this point, and enough of me talking. Let's get this video started, shall we? Now, before I dive into this not 100, what the fuck am I talking about? This 500 to 600 sub special. I do want to say that I am going to spoil 3 of my big videos. That would be my scariest Lost Tapes vid, my favorite Lost Tapes vid, and my least favorite Lost Tapes vid. So if you guys don't want any spoilers on those 3 videos, I highly recommend you go watch them now. I will put links down in the fucking description for y'all to watch them. They're really good. They're also really popular on my channel. God knows why, but, you know, I will be spoiling them in this video, so just be advised. Spoiler alerts ahead for those 3 videos and their #1 spots. So go watch those first and then come back. All right, we'll do that. So, actually, this request, I am doing another request from my Discord server, actually, this time. I didn't get it from my YouTube comments. This is from my Discord server. Ginger King 16 requested me to rate each and every Lost Tapes episode from the worst to the best. And you know what? I said, fuck it, let's do it. So, here we go, guys. For the 500 to 600 sub special, this is what I recommend if any of you really do want to watch Lost Tapes. And I know you guys have heard this 1,000 times, what the hell the show is. Then let me know down in the comments, because I know there's going to be a lot of disagreements on that. And I do want to say before I get started that subjectively, there is no best or worst episode at all. There's not. I mean, there could be a definitive worst. There are some people that have a definitive worst. Way worse than my worst. So, yeah. And then there are people that definitively could say that my best may not be the best for them. So, leave that down in the comments below. Tell me, which one's your favorite and which one's your least favorite. There we go. That's how we would do this. Alright. So enough of me talking and being subjective about this whole thing. Let's get this shit show on the road. First episode. I still hate it. I still really fucking hate it. It was torture for me to even continue to watch this. Monster of Monterey. I fucking hate this episode with a fiery goddamn passion. Like, this was number one by far for worst episodes for me. I had no doubt in my fucking mind that this was the worst for me. And it's just the fact that it's so fucking boring. You don't see the goddamn monster, which, granted, it was in Season 1. I'll give them some leeway on that. But still, it was boring as fuck. Because I don't know why. It's so fucking bad. It's boring as fuck. There is no real depth into plesiosaurs at all. It's just a thing that they get past. Like it's Jurassic Fight Club. Which is a really bad documentary. Don't try not to watch that. Like I did when I was a kid. But Monster of Monterey Bay, it's... Oh my god, it's the worst. A nuke needs to be thrown out of this episode, and it just needed to be fucking better. It's garbage. It was pure garbage. It is absolutely my worst, and I already hate to start off this video hating on this episode, but it's so fucking bad, and I get it that some of you may like it because this might be the first episode you've seen of Lost Tapes, but let me tell you something, I was bored out of my fucking mind watching this one, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It just didn't go into depth into things that I really wanted to go into depth. And the whole segments in between were not really that fucking interesting. It's like, you could have replaced this with Megalodon or something else more appealing. But you had to go with that, so I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So, unfortunately, Monster of Monterey Bay is the lowest for me. Next episode, higher than that piece of garbage, would be Reptilian, the very last episode of Lost Tapes. And I'm so fucking disappointed by this one. It gets a little bit higher than Monterey Bay because it's not as bad. When I first watched it, it wasn't half bad because it was a bunch of, teenagers getting fucking, wrapped around in like plastic and being hung upside down. It was fucking creepy. But other than that, like, the way it fucking ended was so shitty. It was so bad that like, every time now I watch it too, I'm just like, I'm reminded about that ending, and I'm just like, it fucking sucks. It's really bad. It's another really bad episode I do not recommend people watching, but it does get some slightly higher points for being interesting at first. But then, yeah, it's basically just a shitty kidnapping, home video, if you will. And these cops are fucking morons. These detectives are such goddamn morons. Oh my god. I gotta keep moving on, otherwise, because these first few episodes, like, I hate the way the comment set it up was from worst to best, and I'm just like, oh, because I still have my rage from Monterey Bay. Let's put it at that. But yeah, Reptilians are the next higher one up. Next episode, the Mongolian death worm. I tried again. This one I tried my hardest to watch. Bored out of my mind. It bored me to death. And again, I want to clarify something here. I don't hate these cryptids at all. Mongolian deathworm is probably, like, really high up in terms of cryptids that are really well known, and that I actually do appreciate that they exist, if you will. But again, it's the way they interpret it is so goddamn bad that it's just I don't care about these two. I don't care about these two idiots who are just, in a sporting event and get themselves lost because they were just, they were being competitive. Especially the dude right towards the end where he gives his thing like, oh yeah, we know the dangers and everything. It's just like, I want to fucking punch that asshole. It's another boring episode. Let's put it at that. But it gets a lot higher than Monterey Bay just because the abilities they give the worm are a little interesting, like the electrical shock and the spitting of acid. I thought that was kind of interesting. But other than that, no, it's another really boring episode. Next episode, White River Monster. Look, if you're going to use a surfactanus, you should not put it in fucking shallow-ass water. This thing is fucking massive. Just from a paleontological standpoint, I fucking hate this episode. I really do. I really do, and I want to like it because the old dude, he kind of reminds me of the Deadeye Andrews from Dangerous Hunts 2, which is a game that I've played on the channel. He reminds me of that guy, and I'm like, and I wanted to believe him, like when he says, I think we should move on. Like, yeah, I would, like, book it. I would book it with him. Like, yeah, I'm listening to you, not. Because let me tell you something, I grew up in the suburbs, alright? So I have a mixed opinion as to the city folks' ideals and the country folks' ideals as to whether or not to believe in these things. And I go for more of the country route where it's like, yeah, they might be real, they might be out there. But then I have some skepticism along with it, with what they could be, but not necessarily discounting them everything, like, that they purely don't exist. Because they may exist out there, it's just, this episode, just from a paleontological standpoint, I hate. It's another fucking water episode, which I've already mentioned in my worst Lost Tapes episodes, how bad these things are. And it's just like, I want to be interested in this one. I do. Because it's semi-decent. But just the inaccuracies and the fact that every time I watch a Lost Tapes episode, they just skip over the paleontological aspect like it's fucking Jurassic Fight Club, and I hate it. I hate that. I really do hate that. So, White River Monsters, the next one. Just move on. The next episode on this list, which somebody, actually, even Ginger King might be surprised it's this high up. Thunderbirds. Now, I understand how many people absolutely do hate this one. It's like their version of Monster of Monterey for me. Which I understand. I understand that. But look at the context of the episode, and you'll see why I need to put it up higher. And I can't be too mad at it. It's a racial thing, and it's another age group thing that I do not want to argue against. Because let me tell you something right here, right now, and let's get this straightforward. This is the only episode of Lost Tapes where everybody is black. Everything, like, there's no white people in this episode at all. So first of all, they're all African American, which I should have probably said earlier. They're all African American to start off with. Next thing, they're all children. That's the thing that keeps me. Those are the two things that keep me from hating this episode so goddamn much. Is that they're all African American in this one, and they're all kids. So they couldn't really. The directors couldn't really fucking scare the shit out of them too much. It's kind of like what they did with the kid actors for It, except, you know, that movie's actually that fucking scary. This, not so much. And the way that they're portraying the Thunderbird is so bad. I mean, look at the fucking picture! It's a goddamn pterosaur! Which is not what the Thunderbird is. And let me tell you something. I've had a lot of native people like actually comment on my worst Lost Tapes video, and they constantly keep telling me how very inaccurate this episode is, and I can't agree with them more. Like, it is that bad when it comes to like their fucking information on this thing. Is such garbage. But again, the reason why I really cannot hate it so much is because of those two things that I've already mentioned before. It's that there's kids involved in it, everybody's a child involved in it, so they had some limitations, and it's the only episode where everybody is all African American. I just look at any other episode. There are no full-on, you know, African-American or Hispanic or Asian, none. No other episodes like that. Maybe there is some diversity a little bit in Season 3, but it's not that much more. It's not that much more. There's still a lot more white people, alright? Alright? So, yeah, Thunderbirds is the next one. Move on. Jesus Christ, you keep fucking torturing me. God damn it, you! The Serpent God. I keep getting these comments all the time in my Season 4 vid, where it comes down to, like, fucking unicorns and dragons, and you know what why? You know why? Because of this motherfucking episode. That's why. Because this episode decides, fuck everything, you know, out the window. Let's go for mythology. And I'm like, oh my god, please no. Stop. Is it because of that 2012 scare? Like, before the ball dropped, that was going to be the year, like, when, you know, Q was going to, you know, destroy the world? Because the Aztec calendar was going to be hitting that date? Do you really think that? Was that really going to be a thing? No, of course not. It wasn't going to be a thing. We're alive right now in 2020, and we're perfectly fine. So, I mean, like, I think that's probably the big reason why they did that episode, because of that scare. But let me just tell you that this episode gets way higher than all those others, because it is It is kind of okay. It is actually kind of okay. And, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna hate myself for saying this. One of the actresses in there, Elise Mooney, and this is the interesting fact I found out about her. She actually plays in fucking... Sorry, this is gonna get really cringy. I'm just preparing myself for it. She plays in High School DxD as a character. And funny enough, she's in Hero, alright? And she plays the most powerful female red dragon. And then when I heard that, I like literally looked up the actress. I noticed the comparison, and I'm like, yeah, I guess she would count as the strongest female because she took on a fucking god. She took on fucking Q with another dude. Oh my god. So now this episode goes a little bit higher because I found that connection out and I went, oh my fucking god, no. But still, this episode I don't necessarily like because it brings mythology into the mix, and yeah, I mean, some mythological creatures you could say, like Q, is a good example of this, but when you're bringing fucking dragons and unicorns into this argument, I'm just like, really? Really? Like, they may have existed, but they're not out there, that's definitely for goddamn sure. So yeah, Q's the next one. Alright, moving on, please. Alright, next one. Kraken. This one's another bad one. It's another really fucking bad one. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because the CGI right towards the end is so goddamn terrible, even a lot of people comment on that. It's really bad. It's bad. When I can see through your CGI bullshit, you'll know it's bad. You know it's bad. Oh my god. And granted, this show didn't have much of a budget for what it had to do, and this is probably the biggest amount of budget that they had was for season 3, and they just threw storylines and plot out the fucking window for visual effects, and even then, like, the costumes from season 3 are fucking amazing, don't get me wrong, they are. Some of them look like shit, but other than that, they're not half bad. The CGI in this episode is so bad. And technically, we couldn't do a Kraken episode because technically the giant squid exists. And even then, they didn't talk about the giant squid whatsoever. Oh, wasted potential. So, Kraken gets low on this list. Just, oh my god, please. This is torture. Move on. Alright, next one. Strigoi. I do get some entertainment from Strigoi every so often now. Used to be scary. Now it's a fucking meme. Now it's a literal fucking meme for me. Oh, God. Like, I'm pretty sure if you saw, like, if you were a little kid right now, and you had to watch this episode right now, you'd shit your pants. I have no doubt about that. But when you're older and you've seen this episode multiple times, then you quickly realize how shitty those scares are compared to other scares that are in this exact same season. Like, this one's... Oh my god. I love the Strigoi. I do. Like, the Strigoi is really unique. But I do complain that the scares are not actually scary. They're actually cheesy and hilarious. They're hilarious to watch now. And then the fact that the fucking ending made no sense. And I still get comments from that episode to this day, like, how bad that fucking ending is. Anybody can tell you how bad that ending is. Because literally, at least Mooney, she literally parks the fucking car, the Strigoi attacks her, and then the narrator at the end of the credits said, oh, she lost control of the vehicle. The fuck? The fuck happened? What happened? She put the car in park! Oh my god! And this one's just getting worse. Okay, move on. I can't. Just move on, please. Next episode. Oh, thank God. Something a little bit, less horrifying to watch. Swamp Creature. Now, the only reason why I really do like this one is, quite frankly, because the day of the episode is on my birthday. I'm not shitting you. My birthday is literally October 13th. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. Go watch the episode. I would been... Oh, God. Oh, God. Do I really want to share this? Ah, fuck it. I'll share it. If technically, if this episode really did happen, which, of course, it didn't, unfortunately. Sorry. I would have been 7 years old. I would have been 7 years old that day. Because I think the events happened in 2006. So yeah, I would have been 7. I would have been 7 at that time. Which is really fucking, neat. It's really cool to see that. Like, oh hey, it's my birthday, and I'm 7 years old this day. But other than that, it's not interesting. I want to be invested in this one, but it's kind of it's an iffy episode. It's iffy. Sometimes I'll watch it and I'd say, okay, it's not bad. Other times I'd just be like, I really wouldn't want to watch it that much, but. Yeah, Swamp Creature's up here, so it's a little bit nicer to see a nice episode, so. Move on. Next episode. Devil Dragon. Back to bad again. Fuck! Oh, you had a chance to talk about the Megalania, and you didn't. You fucking didn't. Oh my god. Because the whole episode centers around the fact that Megalania exists in the Australian wilderness. And this nature person who's supposed to know fucking better, or this extreme survivalist, should know fucking better, gets himself bit by this thing. And in the deleted scenes, he kind of, it's not in the main episode, you have to buy the DVD and watch the deleted scene. But he even mentions the fact that, oh, it's a Komodo dragon. Oh shit! Like, if that were just placed in the episode, it would make more sense to people. But it's not. You have to buy the DVD from season 1 and then watch that deleted scene, which is not even connected in with the episode itself. So it's completely separate. It's stupid. It's stupid. But, oh my god. I'm just so pissed off with this episode, because it had, again, it's another paleontological episode, and they completely fucked it up. You done fucked it up with the paleontological episodes. It's garbage. It's hot garbage. So, I'm moving on. Next episode And you'd be surprised that it's actually getting kind of higher up on my list. Because I rewatched this one again, and it was actually, I didn't realize how realistic this one could be. And it's Oklahoma Octopus. Now, I was actually surprised on the realism behind it. It was actually kind of decent. I had to rewatch it for the kill count video, which is another really good one. I highly recommend you watch. I rewatched the whole episode again, and I was surprised that how good it was. I was actually that surprised. But other than that, it's another water episode. I mean, the octopus does show its tentacles every so often, but it could be just some guy under the water just flailing tentacles around, for God's sake. One of the dudes, you don't even get to see him die, like, you know, at least a tentacle grab him and then drag him down or something while it's flipping the boat around. You don't get to see that shit happening. And then I'm surprised that the two last people, they swim to shore even though they couldn't possibly swim because that's why they had to take the fucking kayak out to the platform, and they just made it through. They just survived with blood just from shock, and they had like tentacle bite marks all over them. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. It's another one of those bad ones that I didn't think would actually be good until I rewatched it again, and then I went, oh, okay, this is actually not half bad. It's not as half bad as I remembered it. Because I remembered watching it, and it was pretty fucking bad. But now that I've rewatched it for a few of the videos that I had to do on my channel, I'm starting to actually appreciate how realistic it is compared to the one that's, supposedly real, but the continuity errors in that one. Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna spoil myself for you guys before I even get to that one. Next episode, zombies. It's literally a fucking Call of Duty zombies episode. I just hate me. Just fucking bring it. Hate me. All you want. It's a COD. It's a COD video. It's pretty much a COD Lost Tapes. Lost Tapes, COD Zombies. That's literally what it should have been called. In my eyes. Like, seriously. Next thing they needed to do was put wooden fucking planks on the goddamn window. And it would have been perfect. And then to buy out, like, different kinds of sodas and get better fucking weapons and realize, like, oh yeah, we can kill all these zombies. Oh my god. It's another really bad one, but it's not so half bad because it's meme quality. It's meme quality. It's much better meme quality than fucking Strigoi. Oh my god. It's so fucking bad too, though. It's not a good one. So, yeah, that one's all zombies. Just move. Next one. Bear Lake Monster. Again, this is probably my one exception. This is probably the one that I could say, if I had to watch this one every so often for the rest of my life, I guess it wouldn't be so half bad. That's probably because of the girls. I know I said this last time. But oh my god, it is. I swear to fucking God. Kill me right now. Just strike me down. But again, like, the only reason why is because these girls are actually fucking smart. They're not just some dumb blonde idiots. Well, some of them technically are. Like, one of them that, you know, she's sitting out in the water, everybody else is on the beach, and she's the first victim that gets drowned and killed by the Bear Lake monster. I get that, but like, it's just, you know, they were being smart. Like, this was actually, you know, being fucking smart in one of these situations, and it's not realistic. I don't think so, but it's not half bad. It's not half bad, but then again, I still hate the Bear Lake monster because of its paleontological inaccuracies. Because again, if you want to talk about a fucking Mosasaurus, which is getting really popular now, by the way. Mosasaurs are getting extremely popular thanks to Jurassic World. But if you want to talk about Mosasaurids, do them fucking right. Do it right the first time. Not only that, but they couldn't walk on land. I mean, they did present the theory that, you know, it could be a holdover from the Ice Ages, but, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what does it mean? Like, there's something that, you know, like some kind of amphibious, sea reptile or marine reptile that could walk on land? It's like, because then, like, what the fuck? Because everything that we've known up to this date clearly states that plesiosaurs or any kind of marine reptile would not go on land because they are too fucking big. They are too fucking big to be on land. It is like a beached whale. Except it's not like an orca, where orcas, they can go up to the beaches and then pick off their prey and go out to the surf. No. This is like them actually being fucking beached on the land without like any currents to help them out. It's dumb. Alright, it's stupid. But it does get a lot higher than any other water-themed episode because it's... I guess the characters in there are being smart, and let's just be honest here, it could be pretty realistic. It could be realistic for them, but, you know, it's... Oh my god. It's still bad, but it's not half bad. Let's put it at that. Next episode. Deathcrawler. Love how you use fucking Spanish people again. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, it's okay. Half the episodes with Hispanic people on this expedition on this island, and they get fucking killed. Alright? Okay, that's fine. That's cool. But when these fucking modern day people go to this fucking island, this modern day couple goes onto this island to do their research, they are like dumbfounded by these fucking centipedes. And by the end, you think they're gonna make it out, but no, they fucking died. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? Did you just like drop everything right from the beach and just went? Because clearly you still had the camera. So I'm pretty sure you would have had the first aid kit. You would have had the freaking machete with you. So what the fuck? Why couldn't you just machete these damn things on a boat? It's not hard! Oh, it's another bad one. It's another bad one. And I mean, it does, again, it's another paleontological one that's you know, thrown in there like, oh yeah, Arthropluera's in here, haha, look at the intro. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just... Like, the way that they presented it, it's just, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because technically, if you were going to be an insect that's like 2 to 5 feet, you're going to have to, like, consume a lot of oxygen, because that's why in the Carboniferous you had all these big-ass fucking bugs, because of the high levels of oxygen in the air. And I think from where they were at, I don't think it would have been that much. I don't think it was that much more than our normal amount of oxygen that we get on a daily basis. So, like, it's just another really, it's just, I don't like this one too much. I stay away from this one as best as I can. Let me please move on. I'm sick and tired of getting really, really bad episodes. I want something good. Next episode. Mothman. Now we are getting a little better. We're getting better. I don't watch this episode very often, but there is a uniqueness with this one. Because this is the only episode that we get that centers around the actual events of the Mothman during the 70s before the bridge collapse. The Silver Bridge collapse, which is really, really cool. Unfortunately, though, Lost Tapes never did another one of these episodes again, because they stayed right towards like the early 2000s, because that's kind of where they were filming everything. But still, I would have been very, very happy to see another one of these older episodes. It wasn't half bad. It's not half bad, but then again, not too keen or interested in this one, because the dialogue between the husband and the wife, it's a little off. And then when he goes out to see the fucking Mothman, like, along the shoreline, it's like, really? Like, this is all you had? I mean, the news reports and the historical, like, interviewing scenes were cool, but the whole, event was just lame. It bored me. And that's something I did not expect to happen, because it is such a very historical event. The Silver Bridge did collapse around the late 70s. And it's still probably one of the biggest bridge collapses in the U.S. to toll in death counts. I may be inaccurate now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it still is. But it's another good episode that I really wish it got maybe a little more attention to it. If they didn't make the story, like, around the couple and the sightings of the Mothman itself so boring, then this would be top tier. I think this one would be a real top tier. But it just loses that fact, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to love you, but I can't. I'm sorry. Funny enough, the next episode right after this, Deathraptor. And the reason why it's so funny is because in Deathraptor, they compared the Mothman sightings with Deathraptor sightings as well, which was really interesting. But unfortunately, that is only found on the Animal Planet website. And I think they got rid of their Lost Tapes link on there, so unfortunately now that's lost in time. But if they compared the sightings of the Deathraptor and the Mothman, and that was really, really cool. And I think they're still on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but if you can, go watch that. It's really interesting. It's really cool. I highly recommend that. Now, as to why it's higher than Mothman. One word. Eerie. This episode is actually fucking creepy. And it was one of the episodes I did say during my scariest Lost Tapes episodes. It's that fucking scary. Or it's not that scary, but it's eerie. It's very, very creepy. So it's not like in your face or it's bloody or anything like that. Because trust me, There are some bloody ones, and there are some ones that are like in your fucking face. No, this one is like a little more, creepy. It's like, the hairs on the back of your, like on your arm and the back of your neck, like stand up, kind of creepy. It's spooky. It's spooky. It's actually a spooky episode. But other than that, it's like an every so often episode I throw on. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll watch Deathraptor. Why not? I mean, it's good, but not that good. It's okay. Let's put it at that. It's a very okay episode, and I do recommend it if you are a younger member who is watching this video. I apologize for swearing and all that, but in terms of scary, I wouldn't want to go somewhere to say like Vampire or Wendigo quite yet, because those are really fucking terrifying. I recommend you start with Deathraptor, because it is a little eerie. It is a little spooky. It's a little eerie. I totally do recommend you watch this one first, and then see the other episodes, and then go, okay, maybe that wasn't so scary, or oh god, that's terrifying. Turn off the television and hide underneath the bed. Oh crap, it could be underneath it. But yeah, Deathraptor already on this. Next episode, Alien. Again, the fucking chest burster scene. That's really the big one. That's really the big reason why it's even high up here, was because of the chest burster scene. And it got me to actually watch Alien, for the first time. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, now it's not that scary, but it's another one of those episodes I can throw on and just say, yeah, it's kind of cool. I love how the alien sounds like the freaking Jurassic Park velociraptors. If you pay close enough attention, all the roars that the alien makes are from the Jurassic Park velociraptors. Trust me, go watch it, you'll see it. You'll hear it. It's really terrible. But I love it because I am a Jurassic Park fan, and I can spot that a mile away. I can hear that a mile away, and I'm like, oh yep, those are Jurassic Park raptors. And it's also unique because it presents the idea of aliens not as a humanoid, but as a parasitic insect, which is another really cool idea because we do, at least on my side of the world, we do have the cicada killer wasp, and I actually did see one on a walk one time, and they are fucking huge. They're huge. I mean, they're not as big as something like Japanese hornets, which, by the way, are extremely aggressive, aggressive wasps that kill, like, honeybee hives, like, every 20 minutes or so. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but they're pretty big. And they will kill cicadas. And unfortunately, and this is, I really do want to see this, at least one point in my lifetime. I do want to see, because they do say, because it is a parasitoid, the cicada killer wasp, and what it does is that the female will lay the egg on top of a paralyzed cicada, bury it underground, and then the alien chest burster scene, the baby will hatch out of its egg and then consume the entire cicada, which is something I really do want to see. I really want to see that one time in my life, and trust me, there are no YouTube videos of it. I've already tried. So if anybody is like a wasp expert or something like that and wants to link me a video to that, please, I would really like to see that. Just at least one time. One time I would really like to see that. That might be creepy for all y'all, but I want to see that. As a nature guy, I really want to see that. So yeah, Alien. Next one. And I do apologize, everybody. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to put it on that worst list. I rewatched it again. And I do want to say, right now, right here, right now, on the 500 and 600 subspecial, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put it that low on that list, or even put it on that list at all. I didn't know what I was thinking at the time, and it was just... I didn't know where my mindset was. But Megaconda. I do put Megaconda higher on this list than any of the other episodes. Because I got a lot of people telling me how not bad this one is. And I rewatched it again and again and again. And I then started to realize how not bad it was. It wasn't half bad. So I didn't necessarily mind it. It is still one episode that I just don't necessarily like sometimes, which was why I was thinking put it on the worst list at the time I was making the top 13 worst list. But now that a whole bunch of people have been constantly telling me, you know, it is sort of a good episode. I rewatched it again, and it's decent. I will say it's decent, but not terrible. And it's not terrible, but there are moments where it is sort of cheesy and shit. It's like, oh my god. But again, it's not half bad. It's not half bad. So I do want to apologize for that. Especially when I talked about Titan Boa in this whole thing. Like, I thought they found Titan Boa around the time they made the episode, but I guess not. So I guess it was just, you know, speculation. Boa, which, okay, that would have been really cool and interesting. But, again, I really wish that they did talk about something like that. And they didn't. But again, it's more my fault for not thinking that. So I do want to apologize for saying that. And for my apology, I will put it up higher because it is not half bad, but it's not great either. It's okay to watch. Next episode, Cave Demons. All right, now hear me out. This one is actually kind of decent, if you will. Like, I do like the fact that they talked about certain other mythologies in the video instead of, like, having a mythological thing in there. So these are more like female bat people, I guess. But, you know, it's still a really enjoyable episode every so often. I especially love the line where it's like, it's right towards the end, right? One of the dudes is already dead. This doesn't really matter. So the last two dudes, they're lined up together, right? And all the cave demons are like crowding up on them, ready to attack. And then the one dude turns around, sees them. He goes, "Oh Jesus God! There's all this of them!" And he starts shooting the fuck out of them. Oh my god. That's probably what I would hear every time I played zombies. Like, oh shit, there's a whole horde of them! Just firing. Oh my god. That quote alone, I just love to death. But other than that, it's an okay episode. It's not for everybody. Let's put it at that. There are some very, very boring voice chat moments, and I'm just like, what the fuck, really? I get it. People are Skyping their husbands or their friends on there because they're in Afghanistan and shit like that. But still, it's just, it's another thing that bores me. It's another episode that does bore me some days, but it's decent enough to where it will keep me entertained for a little while. So yeah, let's get to something actually decent. Please, come on. We're almost there. Oh, finally. Pure neutrality on this one. Oh, thank the Lord. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. Oh, God. And my voice is starting to go like crazy. Oi. Next episode, Lizard Man. Like I said, for my favorite and for my worst, this is always my benchmark episode for a Lost Tapes video. It's always my benchmark. It's the pure, okay episode that's, it's good enough to keep me entertained, but it's not, fucking perfect. It's not like God tier. So it's something that keeps me a little entertained, and it's slightly enjoyable to watch every so often. So it's not half bad. I really have nothing else other than that. It's like my pure neutral episode. There's nothing really exciting that goes on in this one other than the Lizard Man jump scare that happens, which did scare the shit out of me as a kid. I'm not gonna lie. It's not as half bad now as I am an adult right now, but oh my god, it's just. I tell you, man, it's okay, but it's not great. It's not great. I love the practical effects that they used, especially with the reporter being all bloodied up. You don't get to see what the dude looks like, but you only get to see what the girl looks like after she gets mauled, which is kind of upsetting. I do want to see how the cameraman fucking died. I do want to see that. But no. We only get to see the girl mauled and her corpse, not the cameraman. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then right towards the end of the episode, they fucking killed it. I'm like, what? What? I was not expecting that. So, alright. Yeah, let's get on to the better episodes. Shall we? Alright. Let's get this one out of the way. Jersey Devil. Now, I swear to God, everybody I've talked to and discussed about the Jersey Devil always brings up this episode. And I don't blame you. It's really good. It's a really good episode in explaining it. It's really good at doing its job. It's so good, in fact, that every time you see, like, any episode from Season 2 all the way up to the final episode of Lost Tapes, what's the first episode they show you, like, before they reveal the creature's name and then the title of the show? It's the Jersey Devil stomping his fucking hoof right from the door after he kicks it. After he kicks it open. It is the Jersey Devil. These guys love that episode so goddamn much that from that point on, that is the first episode you see show up. It's that stomp, and then there you go. The episode starts playing. Because it's that fucking good. It's that good. Also, it centers around, everything 13, and obviously top 13 lists. I fucking yell. Birthday's on a fucking 13th. Yeah, you could kind of see. You could kind of see how everything is centered around 13 for me, and it's just, oh my god. So yeah, Jersey Devil is a benchmark for an actual good episode. Let's put it at that. Alright, I'm gonna get a lot of haters here, but this episode in my mind is so bad, it's good. Beast of Bray Road. Yes, go unsubscribe now. Yep, do it. Yep, you're gonna go do that anyways. Oh, man. God damn it. Alright, hear me out on this. Hear me out, because I know how bad this one is. And this is the reason why I love it. It is so cheesy and it's so bad that it's actually fucking decent. It's actually good, in my own opinion, because I've... Do I want to say this? Yeah, I'll say it. If there was a debate on whether I'd prefer to be a vampire or a werewolf, I'm a werewolf fanboy. I'm werewolf. I'm team werewolf. I'm sorry. It's just I prefer werewolves over vampires, because it's just... You know, vampires are fucking scary, dude. Fucking creepy, dude. Werewolves, they're a man-wolf, alright? And this was no exception, and it was just, oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. You can even see him walk across the screen, and the character is just so, like, oh, out of it. Doesn't even fucking care to turn around and even notice it. Oh my god. It's bad, but in a good way. It's bad, but a good way. And I sit down, and I just laugh the whole way through. Because it is so bad. It's bad, but it's good, and I love it. I love it. Alright, next episode. Yeti. Oh my god. This is the episode, and I've even said this in my Disney vlogs that I've done on my channel, too, which are semi-decent. They're not all okay, but they're decent enough. I've stated, like, every time I ride Everest, I have to watch this episode first. I have to. Because then I have enough balls to actually get on that fucking ride. Oh my god. Because Yeti's another really enjoyable one. I mean, the ending is fucking stupid. The ending is so dumb. And I do get comments about people like, yeah, I would have booked it. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I would have booked it too. But then, of course, the one dude that does book it gets killed, but, you know, hey, what are you gonna do? In that moment, too, oh my god. Hi, I'm Bumble! Oh my god, it's so bad. Hi, I'm Bumble, the Bumble Snowman. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's another bad one, but it's so good. The news segment at the beginning is really, really interesting. I do appreciate that one. And it is a overall bloody episode. It is violent. It is really violent. So much, in fact, that I didn't even see it coming. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but again, another really enjoyable episode that I do watch every time before I ride Expedition Everest. I just do. I just have to. I'm sorry. It's an episode I really need to watch before I go and ride that one. Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close. Y'all ready? Poltergeist. Dude, this one's fucking scary. I'm not gonna lie. Every other fucking ghost show can, like, literally be, like, PG-13 at this point. This is what you get when something turns, like, fucking rated R. It is, like, it's not even, like, the Deadpool equivalent. It's more like the, like, in-your-face equivalent of it. Because everything is so fucking eerie and, like, spooky. It's like Deathraptor, but crank that eeriness dial from a 10 to, like, a 13. It's like, I even have a hard time watching it, to this day, because it is really fucking creepy. Even the intro, which is normally, like, you know, you hear screams and shit like that, it's fucking silent. It's fucking silent. Because you know you're about to embrace a fucking ghost. And, like, dude, they pulled a scary-ass ghost off. I mean, these paranormal investigators are complete fucking morons. I'm not gonna lie. They are a little bit clueless. But other than that, it's not a half bad episode. It's a really creepy one. It's very, very creepy. And if you really don't want to go to bed tonight, I'm literally saying this. If you do not want to go to bed tonight, watch this one. I will guarantee you that you will not get a wink of sleep trying to, like, you know, get rid of yourself from this. Yeah, so this one is, oh my god, it's really fucking creepy. That's all I want to say. And surprisingly enough, we're in top 10 territory right now. Surprisingly, we're down to the top 10. So let's do this. Alright. Top 10 territory. Or at least what this was supposed to be top 10 territory. God damn it. Oh well, though. But, number... I shouldn't even be numbering these things, seriously. Skinwalker. Now, a lot of people have not, like, really, like, said anything about this episode. Because, again, there are natives on this channel that I know about, and I just want to address, like, I'm sorry that you can't express your opinions on this one, because you are that fucking scared. Because let me tell you something, for all you non-native folks that are watching this, the Skinwalker for them is like saying Satan for us, essentially, if you're Christian in a way, or whatever hellish things that you don't want to even speak about or talk about, like Freddy Krueger, even, for God's sake. You can't even say the son of bitch's name without, you know, bringing them closer and closer to you. So that's why they don't comment all that much about it, because if they talk about it, it draws them in, and that's, no, something they don't want. So I can't say anything about, like, whether it's accurate or not, but the real reason why I love this episode to this day still is, it's a sheep farmer. It's all about the sheep farmer, and I just, basically, what I see in the dad, like, Sam, I see my grandfather in, his, you know, younger age, when I first started, doing sheep. I kind of see him in that dude. And, yeah, other than that, it's an okay episode. It's not great necessarily. It's another really good episode, but, you know, every so often you will get bored of it. I'd highly gonna say that. And for all the native folks out there, I'm sorry you can't watch this episode. You're kind of missing out. It is an okay episode, I think. If I would have talked to one of them and they would have opened up, they would have said, you know, it's an okay episode. But other than that, guys, excuse myself for that. Other than that, guys, there you go, Skinwalker. Okay, next one. Bigfoot. Now, this might come as a shocker for a lot of you, but Bigfoot is actually a really good episode. I guess it's because I can relate, because that's going to be one of the jobs I might be doing later in life, is being a wildlife park ranger or something like that, monitoring stuff like that. I think Bigfoot is an animal that we already know from the... And the fact that they treat Bigfoot like kind of like King Kong a little bit, with him like protecting the girl in this episode, and quite frankly, and I really hate to say this, I did this for my favorites episode. This was in my favorites. I hate to mention it, but I don't know why. But I kinda like the ranger girl in this. I don't know why. Don't think of me as a perv, alright? Don't think of that, because I'm clearly not. But I do have a strange attraction to this girl. I do not know why. But I think it could be the fact that, she is being pursued by a Bigfoot, and, the Bigfoot is having this connection with her, too. Which he ultimately kills the fucking asshole of a poacher at the end. I mean, dude, that dude's a fucking perv, alright? That dude's a perv, and he's an asshole, so he fucking deserves getting killed. But overall, I guess it's a really good episode. It just has a little, emotional meaning behind it, I guess. That's why it's even higher up on this list. Alright, next one. Chupacabra. I cannot get over this one. This is the first one I saw of Lost Tapes. This is indeed the first episode I saw. And it's still that good to this day. They had a semi-good start, and they got me hooked into this whole show to begin with this episode. And it's really cool, like, the first episode is, like, half of it is on this Hispanic family trying to get from Mexico, where they're at, to Arizona, which, in this day and age, some asshole of a president would say otherwise. And the chupacabra is noticed in this episode, too, and its design, I want to say, is really cool. I would love to see it, like, actually pop out a lot more. But with the budget that they had, they couldn't do really too much with it. But overall, I still really enjoy this episode. It puts a smile on my face every time I have to sit and watch it, because it is still a really good episode. So I guess you could say, like, why it's even higher up is just because of nostalgia. It's not good. It's not, like, top tier quality, but it's a good episode that I highly recommend somebody watch, because it is good. Alright, next one. Dover Demon. Now, I've said this, I think, twice now, so this will be the third and final time, hopefully, I say this. Dover Demon is the episode I showed to a history teacher. This was in middle school, by the way. So I showed him this episode, and I think he pretty much enjoyed it, like I did. And this episode gets a little bit higher up, not only because of the nostalgia of me showing my history teacher this one, but also the fact that you don't know how they die. Like, this whole episode in its own right sets up the mysterious monster perfectly. Like, we don't know what the hell it is. We don't know what it's all about. Like, there are theories throughout the whole episode. Like, it's a pretty good episode. It's decent. And it does get some, it does get a few chuckles out of me because it is sort of bad. And I've seen people criticize this one a lot, too, with their own videos, which, I guess I could recommend you towards those guys, I guess, if you want to watch them, too. But they do heavily criticize them, like, they are pieces of shit. Which is not what I believe in. I believe this is a semi-decently good show for the time being that it had and the budget that it had. So I'm not complaining about these episodes, but other people complain the shit out of them. And it's destroys me on the inside. But, this is another really good one. It puts up the mysterious idea of the Dover Demon, like, really good. It's a really good episode. It's another really good episode that I recommend you watch. Here we go. Here we go. Younger self would have said, no, this one is pretty bad. But older me says otherwise. Werewolf. Now, I was scared shitless right towards the end of Werewolf when she's, like, transforming into the werewolf, which I still think she's transforming more into a vampire. But people keep telling me, like, yeah, no, she's transforming into a werewolf. I'm like, okay, whatever, I mean, it didn't look like a werewolf. Just saying. But this one was, it scared me for a long time, and then as I got older and I watched it more and more times, it was like, yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad episode. So it did scare me, like, it scared the shit out of me as a kid. I was petrified with this episode, and I feel like Vampire didn't necessarily help either, because it was kind of around the same season too. But yeah, it still scared the crap out of me when I was little. Now it's not so bad. Now it's not terrible, but and another real big reason why it's even higher up here is because of FNAF. And I'm a huge FNAF fanboy. I'm not crazy into that toxic fandom, as you like to call it every so often. Like, I'll still check in on FNAF and see how it does. But this one kind of, explained to me, like, what William Afton really did to those kids, like, how a serial killer actually fucking works. That's basically what this episode set up to me. And I enjoyed that because of it. Alright, top 5 territory if we were doing a list. Alright, here we go. Hellhound. Oh, I'm getting a lot of hate. Okay, stop. Hear me out. First of all, when the episode starts, that fucking badass music. Holy shit. This is like one of the few episodes, and I forgot to mention it in Dover Demon as well, but they both had badass music to start off the episode. There wasn't like another one like that in season 3 because they all started the actual footage in those 2 episodes, or in that final season. In the first 2 seasons, however, they always had one episode with badass intro music. Season 2 was Dover Demon. Season 1, Hellhound. And the music is so badass. But other than that, not to sound emo or anything like that, because I'm not an edgelord. Lord knows I'm not an edgelord. But it is a really good episode, and I really do fucking enjoy it. I mean, the dog is so bad, because all they did was they sent, like, it wasn't a pit bull, it was some kind of, really big, mean-looking fucking dog that was all black-coated, and they just stuck red eyes on it. I mean, yeah, I get it, that's what the Hellhound is, essentially, but you could have done a little bit better work for this. And, yeah, it's honestly it's a really cool episode, and every time it comes on, I do really, like, sit down and just say, like, alright, I'm watching this, let's go. But, it might get boring after a while, and some people may not, like, appreciate this episode, because these kids are kind of stupid. They're kind of dumb as to the one chick who's not even registered at their fucking school and she knows everything. Oh man, it's bad. But like the characters in there are a little terrible, but other than that, I enjoy this episode a lot. I really do. Alright. Devil Monkey. I swear to you, this one still, like, I swear to God, if I went to my grandparents up north, it still would scare the shit out of me if I watched that episode. It's kind of like another episode that's much higher, and we're getting very, very close to it. It's like that one, except it's if I watch it, before or while I'm there. Because we are up in the mountains, and the devil monkey, it does live in the Appalachian Mountain region. And it's, oh my god. I would piss my pants if a fucking devil monkey were to come into that house. I'm not kidding. Like, I would be that scared of the devil monkey. Other than that, I've used this finally in a D&D session. I finally used this episode in a D&D session, which is kind of what my name should be. Like, I discuss D&D content, which I've never really done on this channel, quite frankly. But yeah, I finally used this episode in a campaign, and holy shit, the guys were fucking scared. They were scared shitless because I accidentally killed a player. When we ran the encounter. So, yeah. It was fucking... Like, they were done, like, right after that. They were like, alright, we're done for the night, because we're fucking scared. And I'm like, yes, I accomplished my goal. But other than that, there was one more thing about the devil monkey, that I really do appreciate. Oh yeah, and it was the one quote in there, by the one lead cryptozoologist there. And I really, really like this line, because it's fucking amazing. You don't really want to wander into the forest of the devil monkey. It may be the last thing you ever do. And it transitions into the fucking camp. Oh my god! I love that quote to death. I really do. It's so badass. Like, yeah, Devil Monkey is so badass. If you were to go into its territory, you're fucking dead. You're fucking screwed. But yeah, Devil Monkey's an episode I do recommend people watch if they had the chance. But hopefully you don't live in the Appalachian area, otherwise this one might accidentally scare you, like it does for me. Alright, here we go. We're reaching towards the end, guys. Now, this one has been getting a lot more criticism on my channel since I've posted the best quality of this episode. I still really, am scared of this episode to a little bit, but because of the continuity errors, I've just been having a ball day with this one. Wendigo, the American cannibal. Used to be scary back in the day. I still find it to be pretty fucking scary. I even scared the shit out of my friend's swords with this fucking episode, which he's still scared to even watch this entire series because of that. I scarred that fucking man. I'm sorry, dude. But other than that, I've gotten a lot of criticism from people, on how bad this one is. So maybe it should have been a lot lower on my list. But I still find some entertainment with scaring the shit out of my friends because of this one. And the fact that that roar, the beginning roar that the Wendigo makes, is such a cool effect. I really like it. And the design of the Wendigo itself, oh man, it's really cool. I mean, the characters in this episode are fucking idiots. I mean, the one survivor girl, who's the smartest person here, lets the rescue team girl go because she's worried about the fucking, recruitee. And I'm like, oh my god, he's fucking dead. Just listen to her. She knows better. Oh, it's a bad episode that scared the shit out of people when it first came out. Let's put it at that. But again, if you are looking for scares, this is definitely one I would recommend you watch, because it is probably realistic. It's not as realistic now as Oklahoma Octopus, but it's pretty high up when people have mentioned this one for their scariest list, which I'm definitely sure this one made it. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I swear to God, I'm gonna hate myself editing this. Oh my God. And this is before my number one. God damn it. I have to admit it. I have to admit something, folks. That this is by far, I think, close to my favorite episode. But I don't want to call it my favorite because it's so fucking scary. I can't watch this episode to its fucking day. To this fucking day. I can't watch it. I cannot. Especially in the middle of the night. I can't do it. I can't do it. This is where I draw the line in the fucking sand. And that episode, of course, is Vampire. It's still my fucking scariest episode to this day. I'm still scared shitless with this episode. Even though I know when it's coming. I know when everything is coming. It fucking scares me every time. Every single time. And it's like I'm trying to think like, this is not real. This is not real. This is not happening. No. No. This fucking episode cranks the horror levels to 11. It cranks it up to 11 for me. And it's too much. It's too much for me to even handle. And I've seen some scary ass fucking shit over the years. This episode, oh my God, is so goddamn terrifying. It's actually good. I can't bring myself to hate this. Well, I can bring myself to hate it, but I can't bring myself to critique it and say it's fucking garbage. It's not. It builds up the tension like no man's business, and I fucking hate it. I hate you. I hate you, but it's good. It's good because from an editing and from a let's say a director's, standpoint, it's perfect. It is exactly what the audience is expected to do. It's expected to be fucking scared, and I hate it, but at the same time I have to love it. This episode still scares the shit out of me because of a basement scene. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you definitely do not want to sleep tonight, I'd recommend you watch this. I'm serious. This episode still scares the shit out of me to this day. I can't watch it. Oh, excuse me. I can't watch it. Because it's so bad. Well, it's not bad, it's because it's so fucking scary. I can't do it. I can't do it. It scares the piss out of me. And it's just like, it's like a fucking dare to watch this. And you know what, guys? If you are willing, I'll do this. I'll do this, alright? If I get enough comments telling me to do this, I'll do it. To react to that episode. If I get enough comments to do it, I'll do it. But for the life of me, I will never, ever watch this episode. It still scares the shit out of me. I've tried to watch it. I just fucking can't. It's perfect. It's honestly perfect. If you want a definitively perfect episode of Lost Tapes, this is it. This is it. I mean, honestly, the information could be a bit better, but it kind of builds up the tension of the vampire attacks that happen in this episode. So, yeah, vampires up here. Thank God that's over. Alright. After feeling a lot better, we're on to the best one. My absolute favorite episode. Southern Sasquatch. I still love this episode to this day. I still do. This was my favorite, obviously, in Lost Tapes, you know, the favorites one, favorite list. And it's still the same thing, because I'm a fucking hunter, and I would love to see a fucking Bigfoot. I mean, I wouldn't shoot it personally. And this episode does have its laughs every so often, but I love it. It has a good mixture of the scares, the brutality, the actual funniness of it, especially with the snipe hunting. Oh my god. But overall, this one's honestly my favorite. It really is still my favorite. I mean, no other episode tops this one. I mean, I might get bored of it every so often, but I would be more than happy to sit and watch this one than any other Lost Tapes episode. I'd be more than happy to sit and watch. It's my favorite. It's honestly still my favorite to this day. And honestly, guys, this is the end of the video. Yeah, I had to take a break for a second because my voice was, like, dying, so hopefully it's not as bad here at the end. But and also, if you made it through, congratulations. You sat through the longest fucking video I probably did on this channel. No, not really, because my streams are like 2 hours long. So, it's not as long, but it's still pretty long for a normal video. Yeah, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this, this 500 to 600 sub special. So, basically, like I said, leave down in the comments below, what is your least favorite and favorite episode from Lost Tapes. If you want me to react to fucking Vampire, which, Lord knows I'm gonna hate all of you if you do ask me to do that, but I'll do it, I'll still do it. So, leave that down in the comments below. Let me know if you want me to do that. Oh, God. I'm gonna regret myself for saying that. But it's alright, it's alright. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this kind of content. And until next time, guys, I am the DM.